Hello friends. In this series of C programming, in previous video till now, we discuss all basics of C language, what is structure of C language, how to write C program, and in previous video we discuss what is character set of C. Now here in this video we are going to discuss what is C tokens. Now C tokens, which is very important to write C programs and which is building blocks to write a C language or C program. So let's discuss C tokens. Now what is token? Token is smallest element of a program. Now token is a very smallest or tiny element or unit called as a token. Now it is having meaningful to the compiler. Now the C compilers break a program into smallest possible unit known as a tokens, and further it proceeds to various stages of compilation called as token. So token is nothing but the smallest element of program. Compiler going to break the program into smallest part. It is nothing but the possible units or smallest unit, and it has a meaning of unit called as token. Now token can be classified as follows. Now C tokens can be classified into the 6 part or 6 types. The first is the keyword, second is nothing but the identifier, next is the constant, next string, some special symbols and operators. Now these are 6 types, or it classified into the 6 types. Now let's understand one by one what is keyword, identifier, constant, string, special symbols and operator. Now what is keyword? Now keyword are predefined or reserved words in programming language. Now each keyword is meant to perform specific functions in a program. Now keyword is nothing but the preserved word or it predefined. Now in previous video we know the word. So each keyword is meant to perform specific function in a program. That is, the keyword have specific function in a program. Now once we define the keyword or once we write a keyword, it cannot be redefined as a keyword. Now in C programming, total 32 keywords are there. Now let's understand what are the 32 keywords which support by C language, like for example auto, switch, case, integer, struct, break, else, then character, extern, return, union, etc. are all predefined into preprocessor directives: constant, float, short, continue, default, go to, size of. These are all called or do while, if, statics. These are all the 32 keywords which predefine and reserve word, and we cannot define it again as a variable, or we cannot give the same keyword name to the another variable. So it's an reserve word. Now next token is nothing but the identifier. Now what is identifier? Identifier are used as a general term. Now it is a general term for naming a variable, functions and array. Now identifier gives the very general terms, that is general name. Now under identifier we can consider either variable also, functions and array. Now what is function, what is array, we are going to discuss in upcoming video. Now variable is a user defined name, that is we simply give the name to the particular things or variable, and the name is a long sequence of letters. It can be digits with either letter or it can be start with the underscore. Now the identifier have some rules to write an identifier. The rules, that is certain rules will be followed by giving the name to the identifier. In next video we are going to discuss in details what are the identifier rules with the example. Now the identifier, once we write the identifier later in the program, we can refer to the associate value. That is, we can assign a value to the identifier. Now the next token of C is nothing but the constant. Now what is constant? Constant is a fixed value, or it is a variable whose value are fixed. That is, we cannot modify it or we cannot change during execution of program. Now once we define the constant, we cannot change. It's a fixed value, and if once we define the fixed value, they becomes literal. It's called as literal. So constant becomes a literal once we define it. Now the constant is again divided into two categories. First is the primary constant and secondary constant. Now this primary constant it can be negative value or positive constant value. It is coming under the numerical value, or it's an fractional constant is also there. So no space or any other special symbol is allowed in primary constant. So numerical constant is again subdivided into two types, that is integer type and float type. Now secondary constants, under the secondary constants, the examples are array and pointer. Now what is array, what is pointer, we're going to discuss in next videos. But here the array is a language that are collection of element of similar data types and uniquely indexed with the number of their accessing. Pointer is a variable in C. It denotes, or its value denotes the address of memory. So it is related or returns more than one value from the function because it address or memory location and return a value. So this is coming under the tokens called as a secondary tokens or secondary constant. Now next token is the variable. Now variable is again the identifier, as we discussed in identifier. Under identifier, variable is an we consider as an identifier because to variable we give some name or we give some terminology name, and the variable stores some value. Now here constant can never be changed in time of execution, but variable can be changed during the execution. That is, we can update the value or we can store the updation value inside it while the execution of program. The next token is nothing but the string. Now what is string? Now in this diagram you can see this is a string of hello world. Now this is the word. Word become the string because the string having a group of character. Now this having the group of character, that is 5 character are becomes a string. So string in C represent an array of character having null character /0 at the end. Now here you can see the at the last or at the end we given the /0. That is, this /0 or this is called as a null character /0 indicate the end of the string, that is the string is terminated or string is end. Now the next token in C is the special character in C. Now what is special character? Special character, that is it suggests itself, that is it gives some specification and purpose and it's act as a symbol. Now this special character used for the formatting the data, this having the special meaning and we cannot use for the other purpose. That is, it have the different signification and purpose. Now let's see what are the examples of special characters. These are some special characters. Now under the special character we can consider comma, dot, semicolon, colon, question mark, single quote, double quote, explanation remark, then opening curly bracket, then square opening, square close, round opening bracket, round closing bracket, ampersand. These are all coming under the special character, having the special significance and purpose. That's why it's called as a special character. Now the next token in C language is nothing but the operators in C. Now Now what is operator? It's again a special symbol used to perform some functions and data items on which they are applied, known as operands. Now there are number of operands and operator. Now what is again the operators? Operator can be again divided into two operator. First is a unary, binary. In next upcoming video, we are going to discuss in details what is operator, what kind of operator like arithmetical operator, relational operator, etc. And these are again classified into unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operator. So operators is a special symbols. Unary, why? Because it requires only one single operand to act upon. Then that's why it's called as a unary operator. And binary because the operators requires two operands. That's why it's called as a binary operands. Now these are all called the tokens in C. So these are all the tokens in C language. That is, first is a keyword, identifier, constant, string, special symbols, and operator. Now in next video we are going to discuss what is identifier with the example and what are the identifier rules, what are the variables, what are the data types, and what are the operators, operator types, etc.